Hello, family. My name is Thato. Welcome to Table Talk and Prayer, the space where culture meets Christ and conversations get real. So, pull up a chair, let's talk, let's pray, and let's grow together. Please make sure you like, you subscribe, and also you comment so we can grow this community to be a bigger community so that we can have more people to interact and to make it homely, to make it safe, to make it a safe space for everyone who comes to the community, right? So today, what we're just gonna be doing, we're gonna be looking at a very small word, a very small word, and just to try to explain what we can learn from it, what we can actually take away from it, right? So the topic for today is seed. The word seed, right? We're just gonna be emphasizing and also talking about what is a seed, what can you learn from a seed, what is it that in our life we can use as seeds, right? And I'm sure most of us we do have the majority, yeah, there's trees everywhere. Like there's trees everywhere. Right? Some people have my favorite tree, which is what do you call this thing? Avocado. I love avocados. Right? I love avocados, especially in winter. Right? Avocado is actually good for your face. I see other people use avocado for their faces. Other people use it on bread. You can actually use avocado for a lot of things, right? But have you looked at an avocado seed, right? It's easier to actually marvel when you're looking at a tree because the tree can actually grow as big as nature allows it, right? But have you looked at how small the seed is, right? It's not small compared to other seeds, but I think it's this small, right? But what I think we are also missing is that most of us as individuals, most of us as people, we tend to only just focus on the final product, right? We tend to only just focus on the final product and we neglect the seed. We neglect the process from the moment that seed was taken and was actually planted, right? We forget that moment and we only just focus on the final product, right? So today I just want to make sure that we talk about from the moment you actually plant a seed to the moment where you can actually go to the bigger tree and get a fruit, right? And actually harvest a fruit, right? Let's start with the seed. So a seed, you take a seed, right? You take a seed, you actually plant it, right? And for the seed to germinate, it has to die first, right? The tree has to die first, right? That's fascinating. I'm taking us somewhere, but I actually want us to look at it step by step. You take it, you put it underground, right? And after a couple of days, after a couple of weeks, underground, the seed has to die. Yeah, it has to die in order to bring or to start germinating, right? In order for it to start germinating, it needs to die first, right? Right? We can just also elaborate the process of it still underground. We haven't seen it germinating above ground. It's still underground, right? Let's talk about the environment where the seed is, right? It's underground. The conditions of underground, it's very dark. It's very dark. That's all. Uh, it's very cold, right? It's very cold. It's dark. It's cold. It's lonely, right? It's lonely, right? It's lonely there, right? Those are the conditions that the seed itself has to go through. Right, after you plant it, you leave it there. It has to go through those seasons alone, right? Whereby in a very dark place, it's in a very cold place, it's in a place whereby it's alone, right? But something magical is happening to the tree. The soil is breaking the tree, or it's breaking the seed down to a moment whereby the tree or the seed is ready to germinate, right? It's ready to germinate, right? But before it germinates, what happens is that the tree starts, or the plant rather, starts to grow roots, right? It has to start first growing roots underneath the ground, right? We haven't seen the actual fruit, or the actual tree, or the actual plant germinating. It's still underground. It has to grow its root, its roots, right? It has to grow its roots so that by the time it germinates, it's stronger, right? By the time it germinates, it's stronger, right? So it undergoes this process depending on the type of fruit, depending on the type of seed. It goes 2 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, regard. Oh, the process in which the seed has to be underground for will depend on how big the tree will be, right? Or it will depend on the type of fruit you've planted, right? And also the roots in which the tree has to grow first before it germinates will depend on the type of fruit, or will depend on the type of tree, right? So once the tree has germinated, or once the tree starts to germinate, right? I don't want us to actually rush to the germination of the tree. I want us to focus first on the underneath process, right? Because for me, this analogy it is the simplest analogy you can use. You can even give a child, right? To say that when you are building something, or when you are creating something, allow your creation, or allow whatever is it that you are creating to be, I'd say, hidden, to be in that dark place, in that lonely place, for as long as it needs, right? Let's go back to the seed. So you need to understand that underground, it's not just a place whereby it's cold, it's dark, it's lonely. No, it's a place whereby there's safety. It's a place whereby there's safety, because one, we have the sun. Once the tree, or once the plant germinates, it will be faced with the sun. If the plant doesn't have strong roots, what's going to happen? The heat of the sun will burn it, right? The heat of the sun will burn it, and what's going to happen to the plant? It's going to die, right? Before the plant germinates, you need to make sure that you planted that seed in an environment whereby animals will not gonna eat it, right? So I need to make sure that the surrounding is what is safe for the plant to germinate, right? I can't plant plants whereby I don't have a yard, for I don't have a fence. I need to make sure that goats, chickens, those things, they don't eat my they don't eat my plant, right? Similar to you as a person, when you are creating something, you are building something, I need to make sure that I am I am in a safe place, right? the ideas that you may have, the ideas that you do have, make sure that you protect them before you let them out into the world, right? I can even digress and use a baby. From the inception moment, a baby, from the moment the sperm is released into the egg, that's when now the process of the baby making starts, right? But even then, the baby or the so-called baby has to go through a certain process whereby for 9 months it has to start to, or for a period of 9 months, it's gonna be transforming itself from a fetus to a baby, right? Preparing itself for the world, right? So the baby starts first in its mother's womb, right? But before it is released into the world, it has to be in the mother's womb for 9 months, right? For that 9 months, it's somehow being, it's practicing how to interact with the world, right? Because we do understand that when a woman is carrying a baby, somehow whatever the woman or whatever they eat, the baby eats. Whatever conversations they interact with, like everything that the mother does, the baby is affected, right? But I don't wanna digress too much. I just want us to focus on our example, the seed, right? So the idea that you have, like a seed, right? You have to let it be underground for some time so that it's strong, right? By the time it germinates, it's strong. It's able to face and withstand the heat of the sun, right? Its roots are strong enough to survive the heat of the sun, right? So that's the message that I had for you. Make sure that the ideas that you have, they are strong enough to survive the heat of the sun.